Okay. I can't say that saying that I was going to say because the guy trademarked that, and you can't say that without his permission. We're paying him a whole bunch of money, and I think he's got a lot. Like people weren't saying that before he did it, right? He was the first guy to ever say that. Uh-huh. Everybody's a greedy bastard these days. Hey, this time to be a whisperer. Oh, let's see, because sometimes when you're sitting at a bar, the topic gets edgy, and you talk about things like that. Hey, Troublemaker, double IPA. I haven't had double IPA in a while, and I was really jonesing after being gone for a couple weeks. I actually sent this. I hope I'm not breaking any laws by putting this in a Sam Adams glass, but I do like the shape of these glasses. I really do. Mother's Troublemaker, right here out of Springfield, Missouri. It's my hometown brewery, and I really dig these guys. I really do. 92%. Oh, great big nose. So poured a nice head. It's got a nice head on it, I tell you what. I guess it kind of appears cloudy there. Looking at it here, for me, it's not. I saw Tom. I got this to a friend, Tom, and his picture looked cloudy, and this kind of looks cloudy as I'm showing to you. But as I'm looking at it here, it isn't cloudy at all. I don't know what to tell you. And he liked it, but he thought, there's so many double IPAs out there. He saw it more as he thought it was good, but not in his top 10, maybe somewhere between 10 and 15. But I haven't had it in over a month, so I wanted to revisit it here. 92%. I'm going to read a little from the bottle here. Pop the cap and light diffuse a mother's little hop bomb. Troublemaker is our double IPA loaded with fruity hop flavor and aroma, as well as clean, pleasant biscuit and a medium to full body. Troublemaker's taste calls for round after round, but be warned, this bad mother was raised to cause a ruckus. Mothers likes to give you beer pairings on there, or beer pairings, food pairings. So I'm going to give you what they say. Goes with a spicy kick from pad thai, jalapeno poppers, jambalaya, or with falafel or a cheeseburger. Well, there you go. How's about that? What do you think of that right there? Okay, well, let's have a taste. Their website doesn't give specifics what malts or hops used. They do say they give you some notes, but say the recipe evolved from those original brewer's notes. So I don't know how much has changed. They don't mention any adjuncts being used though. So as far as I know, the best of my knowledge, anyway. Hello, this is Steve from Utah. The best of my knowledge, anyway. It is an all malt bill, but I don't know 100%. Beautiful hop aroma on the baby. So let me see. A little bit ago, I had the Crown Valley Gunslinger, another great Missouri double IPA. This is a good one. Kind of comparing it to it in my mind here. Now, I said when I did a video using that I thought I preferred this one a little bit more, but that was a Mighty Fine IPA. I think I still believe that, but I want to finish it, go through this whole beer, and then we'll talk about that too. Oh, holy crap in a basket. I do like this one. I think I might see where he's coming from. Again, when we're talking about beers of this quality, it isn't really. I'm kind of repeating what I said in my last video. It isn't about really better. It comes down to very small taste preferences. Do you like a bigger mouthfeel? You like the Pioneer hops better, or the citrusy hops better? Do you like the better combination of both? Which ones do you prefer? Do you like it better balanced, where the malt and the hops are more equal, or do you like a lighter malt presence where you've got a bigger hop bang? And a lot of people think that's what a double IPA ought to be. I'm not one of those people, but there are those out there. I guess I'm in the camp of, well, it's hard to say, to be honest, because it honestly depends on my mood, but that's the truth. I guess I do like some that are. I do tend to favor overall the ones that don't have the honey or the other adjuncts to get the alcohol up. I do tend to favor the ones that have a complete malt bill. So, and because of that, you're going to have a bigger bodied beer. Hop Slam is the one that comes to mind. Hop Slam is a great beer. It's phenomenal. But it uses honey. It's funny with beer geeks, we hate adjuncts, but we seem to think honey's fine. Honey is an adjunct. It's okay. What that allowed them to do with Hop Slam is, again, it allowed you gets that alcohol content up, and allows you to keep that body of the beer down, because the honey isn't going to thicken up the body like to get to 10%. You need an awful lot of malt. Well, and that's going to thicken your beer. So. Oh man, that was phenomenal. I like this one. This one is bigger. Hold on, let me take another drink. I'm going to finish my thought there. This one is much bigger on the citrus notes than piney notes. You have big citrus. However, I could tell you after drinking this right now, there are many. I digress. There are quite a few double IPAs where you're going to have that bigger difference between your malt and the hops. This one is one of those that has more of a balance. So if you like your if you like your double IPA to have a lighter body, and where you don't really taste or feel the malt presence, and you want more of that hop presence than the malt presence, this one probably isn't going to be one you favor. And it's possibly why. Along the same vein, it's possibly why that I think it is one of the best, because of the way it pulls everything together. A big on the nose, just like mine. And I said the Gunslinger was a medium-bodied double IPA. I won't say this one's medium to heavy, but it does feel thicker than the one I just had. So, as far as double IPAs go, this may have a bigger body than many like. Bless you, Seamus. He just sneezed in the background there. But again, it could be why it's one of my favorites. Other than I am a fan of this brewery because they are my local brewery, and I'm a big proponent of drinking local. I am, yes I am. Support your local economy, 1 6-pack at a time. Sometimes I break into a boxer or announcer voice for no apparent reason. I don't know why I do it. I just do. Oh, I'm back. Sometimes I go away for a little bit. I come back. Hi, how are you? Have we met? I'm Tom the Beer Whisperer. Nice to meet you. Howdy do. It was a long 2 weeks being away from home. We just got home. This is the second video I've been able to do, so I probably won't do any more tonight. Well, I may try to do 1 or 2 more. I'll take a break after this one, though, because this baby is 9.2%, and I'm going to be a little buzz after I'm done with it, and I still have to make dinner. So, anyway. Still have to fix dinner, so Well, I'll take a break after this one, but I was curious after I wanted to get one in my friend's hands, let him taste it to see if he thought it was as good as I did. After his review on it, I really wanted to revisit it again, and I think that's what we're talking about here. 92 IBUs is big. But I think I'm not, there are many out there uh, that you may feel the hops more from because they've got a lighter body. So I think that that's possibly where he's coming from on it. I don't know for a fact, but that's what I'm guessing after drinking this right now. Oh, wow. And again, this is a beer. This one, as I'm sitting here drinking this, they don't give a temp to drink at like that Gunslinger did. It said 57 to 61 degrees. I've seen many that say 35 to 40. Some say 40, 45, 45 to 50, 50 to 55, that sort of thing. That was actually the warmest I've seen to drink at, the Gunslinger, at 57 to 61. But you will notice a change if you start with your double IPA chilled. It will change on you. Uh, as this has warmed up, it has become a little more aromatic. That is my big word for the day. I'm smarter than I look, but I would have to be, or I would be comatose. That's yeah, yeah. So self-deprecating humor is kind of my shtick, you know. It's in my wheelhouse. Yeah. Uh, uh, I being raised Irish Catholic is great for self-esteem. Just ask anybody that was raised Irish Catholic. They all have great big self-esteems. Yeah, that's another video. There's a reason why I drink, folks. But I digress. Conversation for another time at the bar. We all need to get together and swap stories. Oh, wowzer. We had a rough day coming home. The alternator went out on the car last night. It was about, I guess, late afternoon. It was about 5 o'clock. Right in the middle of freaking no place, right? 5 o'clock at night. Alternator goes belly up. Holiday weekend. So what are we going to do, right? Well, I don't know. So my wife called the highway patrol and got a number for a taxi and a hotel. So we're trying to take care of that. And I looked out and because there's a feed store. I think they're closed, but there's a guy sitting outside on the phone. So I thought, well, I took Seamus and I walked down to see if he had a restroom, you know. So it turned out he was doing some remodeling and did not have a restroom, but he actually knew the neighbor next door that let us use the restroom, so it was great. But anyway, on our way back, I thanked him, and he started talking to us a little bit. And he drove us back to our car, and he asked us some questions about what we were going to do. And the truth was, we really didn't have a plan. We did have AAA. We were working on getting a tow, but we didn't know where to take it to. So this guy, wow, he got on the phone immediately, started making some phone calls, and he found a friend of his that would work on our car this weekend. Last night, in fact, we got us a hotel, and he took us to the hotel, and so we thanked him for all that. We got the car to his friend's shop, and we had to wait for the part to come in this morning, but he had the car ready to go for us by 10:30 this morning. Folks we'd never met before, you know, and he charged us, what he charged us for labor was nothing compared to what he should have charged. I mean, we paid it gladly, and personally, I wish if we weren't so tapped out at the time, just coming home after being gone for 2 weeks, I would have loved to pay this guy more money because he certainly deserved it. But anyway, we're home, and I'm finally able to do a beer video. You know, in this time we live in, sometimes you're hesitant to help people, and sometimes you're hesitant to ask for help. You know what I mean? Because there's so much craziness out there that it seems you don't know who's actually legitimate and who isn't, who really is going to help you and who's trying to take advantage of you. And these folks that we met last night, I don't know what we would have done without them. And my wife and I and my son, we all talked about the different scenarios that could have happened. If we didn't. We considered staying another night in St. Louis, which would mean we'd have today we'd have been dead on the road somewhere between St. Louis and home, or we could have stayed at another town when the car first started acting up, but we chose to keep going, and which wouldn't have. But we we broke down at that one particular spot at that particular time where that guy was able, willing, and wanted to help us, and it was just amazing. Sometimes you think, is this a random universe? I mean, is there a supreme being out there? And sometimes, for me anyway, it just seems obvious that there has to be something out there governing the universe, because over the last few months since my son was diagnosed with leukemia, there's been so many things that have happened along the way. How we ended up at certain places, how things happen, that seems impossible to be random to me. That there has to be some sort of being. There has to be some sort of cosmic energy. There has to be something. I mean, what were the odds of what happened to us? Okay, the car was going to break down. It was inevitable. It's a piece of machinery. It's going to go down. But it happened right at that time that we were able to make things come together. So that was amazing. So anyway, I'm going to finish this last bit of beer here. This is a fantastic beer. Yeah. You know what? Again, it depends on what you're looking for in a double IPA. Troublemaker for mothers. For me, this belongs in the upper echelon of beers. For me, it is in my personal top 10. And I won't say what order, because that, to be honest, I've had so many that varies depending on my mood at that time and the weather and so many other things. But I think it does. But if it doesn't for you, that's fine too, because like I said, we're talking about small taste preferences for everybody. And there's so much. Like I said in another video, there's a lot of craft breweries out there and more popping up, and we should all be praying that they all stay around. Because even ones that are just little neighborhood breweries all have a place and all have a niche and all serve a purpose. So, hey, this time to Beer Whisperer, I got a little nostalgic on you, didn't I? How's about there? I have an occasional lucid moment, folks. I'm not always a raving lunatic, but I am a good portion of the time, so I deserve that reputation. So anyway, hey, this time to Beer Whisperer. I ran a little long on this one, so please forgive me. And try to watch.